How's it going, guys? Welcome back. I am back with Westerns. What started the channel, and Joanna is going to join me for this Western because you are originally supposed to be doing a class.
I was.
Just in case you don't know, she teaches English and German online. But I think your students rescheduled or something like that. So
I have some time, so we're going to watch some
yeah,
westerns
so I just
together.
suggested you want to watch it since you had some time to spare.
You basically just wanted to see me in the hat, but yes,
Well,
that's
that
basically
too.
happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's wearing my illustrious reaction channel hat. So you should be honored to.
I am very much
Yeah,
honored to
yeah.
wear that particular hat. Yeah.
The western we're watching is 40 Guns. Someone mentioned this or recommended this probably possibly a year ago, and I had it on the extensive list of westerns. So I don't know what it's about at all, premise wise. I'm assuming you've never heard this film.
No, but I know the premise of all westerns.
Hey, I watched.
No. Let's say I know the background of the westerns. Like there's a certain.
Yeah, well, for the frontier, or like they come into a town, or yeah.
Exactly.
But like your dad had what? You've seen a couple of westerns with your dad, hadn't you? Back in.
I saw a bunch of westerns, but I absolutely loved spaghetti westerns.
But there was comedy ones.
It was comedy ones, yeah. They were absolutely brilliant. But I also watched sufficient non-comedy westerns.
So did you watch the? So you said spaghetti westerns. Like, did you watch the ones with Clint Eastwood?
No,
I watched. They're the most.
I watched the ones with Bud Spencer and Terence Hill.
Okay.
They were always fighting. There was always fist fights. The funniest fist fights you can possibly imagine. Terence Hill was always, hooking up with some woman, and Bud Spencer was always sitting there drinking and eating.
Okay.
And it was the whole. There was a lot of banter between the two of them, and they were very funny.
Well, I have watched just two that I can think of that were like flat out comedy westerns. I watched on the channel Cat Ballou and Support Your Local Sheriff. Oh, Blazing Saddles as well, of course. Have you seen that one?
Blazing Saddles.
That's a very famous one.
I have watched Lucky Luke. That's technically a western.
Actually, there's an animated one which someone recommended before. I think Johnny Depp voices in it.
All right.
He's like, I think he's like some kind of alien or something, or like an animal, but it's like he's a cowboy, but it's like an animated kind of film. So,
all right.
So yeah, 40 Guns is on the list. So I had a poll put up recently because I'm close to the 100 Western for the channel. Nearly at 100.
It's a lot of Westerns.
I have poll 1 of 4. I've really made this complicated, but I've it's almost like there's 4. It's like we're at the quarterfinal stage in a way. So I had one poll put up. Big Jake is winning that one easily, so that's going to go through to the final. And I'm going to have 3 more polls, and the 3 winners will go through as well, and then we'll have the ultimate final poll to determine which one will be watched.
As the 100.
Yeah, for the 100.
Why'd you make it so complicated?
I don't know. I was like trying to just
Can I suggest something as well, or is it too late for the polls?
No, I have a few of them. I have 4 lined up. I was watching beforehand, so I have this 40 Guns, Hang 'Em High, The Sons of Katie Elder, and Friendly Persuasion. So those 4 will be watched.
Alright.
And then, as I said,
so any one of those are a bit more modern. Because there are some interesting modern.
Oh yeah, I have watched a few. When you say modern, what year do you mean? Where's the point that you say they now are modern?
After 1995.
Okay. Have I? Yes, I watched Open Range from 2003 with Robert Duvall and Kevin Costner.
All right.
There is a couple. There's a couple of the Tarantino ones. There's the remake of True Grit. They were kind of the 2000s into the early 10s.
Which one did the Tarantino do? I may have watched that.
He did 2, I think. He did is it The Hateful Eight and
yeah, I think that's the one that I watched.
And there was another one I think he did that was a western. Then there was The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. I think that was kind of a western as well.
Yeah, it was, but oh god, that sounded absolutely horrific.
Oh, you didn't watch it, did you?
No, but I heard about it, and the scenes that are supposed to be in there are just sound horrendous. So many people actually said that it was just too graphic and too cruel and too
Okay, that was my fault. I thought because the earphones were plugged in, we weren't using them. I thought no audio was going to be picked up, so brief.
Good news, you've learned yet another thing: audio is being picked up.
But just quickly before we get into it, back to your thing about like kind of a few more of the modern ones. As you know very well, I do gravitate towards older films, and I think probably most of the audience I've accumulated on the channel probably are of a similar vein in that. I'm not saying they don't like modern films, but they do appreciate that I watch a lot of the older ones. But yeah, I have a few of more modern ones. I do look like. You're just like, what are you babbling on about?
Yeah, like I don't know. I think the question of older films and modern films, obviously,
it's not that
everyone has like a different appeal. I think the problem that I sometimes have is I when I watch a movie, I have a craving for something different, and obviously there are certain cliches in movies, but I think the cliches are not cliches from the beginning. They develop in time. You know, so the only issue that I sometimes have with older movies, obviously it's not the case for every movie and so on and so forth, like I would never like bash older movies, but the problem is that to me sometimes they seem like there's too many cliches in them, but at the time they weren't in fact cliches.
Yeah, they were fresh ideas.
They were fresh ideas that then were copied by many people and then eventually became cliches. But this is why I like about modern films sometimes, that some modern films, I have to say, very clearly, because some of them are just like the 100th redo of the same bloody thing, but some of them have like a, you know, like all of a sudden there's a twist in it, or there's some juxtaposition of characters or whatever. There's something in it that is just like unforeseen and new, and that is the stuff I appreciate about modern movies. So
I think for me, what this last point, but like one thing what I love about older films, I think, is because it's from a different era that I didn't live through. I'm not talking about westerns, obviously, because they're period films, but like in general, films that were made in a decade that I wasn't born in. I feel like it almost feels like a different world because I never experienced it. And that brings a charm for me as well.
I get that, but
films.
I'm
just saying, for me, that's one of the reasons I think why I gravitate.
Yeah, but there are so many modern films that actually play in a different, like if you look at even things like, for example, Dirty Dancing. Yeah, I know that you haven't watched it, but you will be watching with me. And it's like it was made in the 80s, but it plays in the 50s.
50s, yeah.
No, you know, so like there's the same as when was Stand By Me came out in the 80s and played in the 50s.
Yeah.
So like there's
Back to the Future.
Yeah, and there's plenty of modern films that actually play in a different era as well.
And to kind of counteract my own points, like I did grow up in the 90s, and I love a lot of 90s movies.
You did.
So that's no, I'm just saying that's another thing, like, you know. Yeah. But anyway, guys, we will get into 40 Guns. If you like the reaction, there'll be a full uncut reaction on my Patreon if you want to support the channel further. And just quick shout out to my patrons, to Ravi, to Gigi Gooding, to Mihal, to Mary, and to Blaze. And if you'd like to become a patron, there'll be a link in the description. But with that, we will watch 40 Guns. Nice shot. Isn't it?
Yeah, it would be much nicer if it wasn't black and white.
Hey, don't criticize the whole film now. I like these westerns, they're good. Oh, he was hiding. So did you ever learn to ride horses?
No. I went horse riding a couple of times, but never learned it properly, no. But I would love to. It'd be really cool.
It would be cool.
You need to be
riding past them, or they
ride that fast? Oh dear lord, the horses don't like that. They're very nervous.
They're going for someone else, obviously.
Is that a lady?
Yeah.
Nice.
In general, the lead is usually a male character, but there's a few in there where the female in the lead.
Away from me, Brocky. Don't make me shoot you.
What's wrong, John?
Huh?
Since when did you start pulling a gun on a man's back?
That you, Griff?
You promised you'd wear glasses.
Griff.
Be quite on edge if like someone walks in and he's got a gun ready to pull the trigger.
A wet nose.
It's none of my business.
Then why are you here?
Start running, John. Run before your eyes give out all the way.
Oh God. Jeez.
That's why he's on edge.
Yeah,
Doesn't he have glasses, like?
Maybe, yeah.
That all men desire, but there's no the high riding woman with a whip.
Kinky.
He's headed for California.
California? With all the diggings here?
Our folks are out there.
Like boss of Cochise County. She and them 40 guns that ride with her.
Sorry.
Shizz Please, Brocky, please! Give me a coffee.
Oh, for God's sakes.
God.
Slap that leather, Marshal.
Please, Brocky. You don't know what you're doing, son. A man here that can stop this drunk.
Oh,
Oh no, he just shot him.
fucking hell.
Did he just shoot him?
Yeah.
Look, just like that.
That's a Marshal for you. Come on, Charlie, let's go have some fun.
In a place where...
Oh, he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
I thought he was dead. So, I'm trying to figure out, are these guys with her as well? Are they part of her 40 guns, or... Maybe he's got a quick draw and he knows it.
Come on, Charlie, you sick?
What's this?
John, give me a fair warning.
It's very, Leone-like. He usually zooms in on the eyes. So that, I don't know, was that a tribute to this scene, maybe? Or not to it? 'Cause this is 57, that was like the 60s.
He just beats him down.
I suppose he didn't have to shoot him if he didn't want to shoot him if he didn't have to necessarily, you know, just...
Yes, the lady.
Oh shit, I was waiting for her to come around.
You have a bump on the head, Jessica.
Where's the man who assaulted my brother?
I barreled him.
Surprised a man of his caliber would put his brand on a car.
That calf was old enough to put a .45 slug in a blind man's leg.
Did you see it? No, but everybody knows that. The Honorable District and Circuit Court's County Court Chase is now in session. Since no warrant was issued to Marshal Chisholm for the arrest of the prisoner, the eye swearing he shot in self-defense. Brocky Drummond, this court finds you...
But how can they, like, know that it was self-defense?
It wasn't.
Like, obviously it wasn't.
Did you shoot him? Was it over that half-breed?
I don't know what you mean.
I don't want an unbranded calf in my corral because of your carelessness, and I'm tired of paying for your mistake.
Sometimes a man's got to blow off a little steam.
If you can't handle a horse without spurs, you have no business riding. Come on.
Keeping them in check.
Yep. And he listens.
That makes you no different.
I was gonna say this.
Who could I go to, Brocky? Who could I turn to?
That's the brother, isn't it?
You know her.
Yeah.
She would help me, and that...
You're gonna tell her that you're lying.
Yeah. Lovely guy.
They ought to shove you right off this cliff.
You doing your bread and butter goes with me.
If Jessica weren't your sister.
You'll never get her, Logan. That's the name Bunnell is worth the extra 200.
Drop from line of bore 5/8 to 11/16 at comb for low mounting.
Maybe she was right.
He definitely wants her to clean his rifle.
Fine.
First time I ever been measured for a rifle.
You've got a high cheekbone and a low shoulder.
How long would it take to make this rifle for me?
Long time. You'd have to come in every day for a fitting.
I have a warrant for one of your men, Miss Drummond.
Passing it down, please.
Oh, dear Lord.
Jesus.
See?
It's not a local warrant.
Is it in order?
Yes, I think so.
Should be. What I'm talking about. Let's go.
You heard Mr. Bunnell. Go with him.
She has a quiet calm, doesn't she?
A threatening one.
Like,
Yeah.
she tells she's in control, you know?
Yeah, she is.
And just what did you hear? Would you gentlemen excuse us, please?
She's doing a very good job at the whole acting thing.
Why did they know each other?
My reputation is going to suffer. A deputy charged with robbing the mails. Logan wears the badge, but he's afraid of guns. The job pays well, percentage on commissions, and,
You offering me the job?
You wouldn't have any trouble getting elected.
With your help?
With or without my help.
She's great expressions, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
How long is this?
Basically at the time, everyone was a criminal.
Why don't you save the government some money? Hang him right now.
I wish I could, Sheriff, but it's out of our jurisdiction. This is to bind them over to the Attorney General.
Oh?
Everything's got to be read and signed.
You got your brother Chico. Where do you want us to put the body?
I can figure a squirt like Brocky Drummond getting liquored up. He was born that way, scared and loud, but you going off half-cocked like that, why, Chico?
Well, I'll learn.
Why?
That's my business. The arrest. I feel like a third leg.
I heard you, Chico. Chico, remember when I told you how those Roman fighters used to chop each other up in some big arena? You laughed and called them freaks. But it won't be long now before people will be laughing at men like me. The last few towns we rode through, they looked at my gun. I know they figured I was one of those freaks. New era coming up, Chico. My kind of making a living is on the way out.
What is his kind of making a living? He's just a gunman.
Yeah, but he could be like a bounty hunter possibly or something.
She can't bind me off like the others. I'm not making a target out of myself for her or anyone else.
You know.
Ah,
so
well.
If he's like...
Uh-oh.
Holy fuck.
Someone killed him.
Who shot him?
Shot you, Swing. Who shot you? Did you see him at all? Did you? Who shot you in the back? I think his spine is busted, don't you?
Wasn't it him, even?
Well, no, he walked away.
Did he whisper to you at all? Did he tell you who did it? Did he must have been out?
Cut the slug out, Wes. It's no good to us in a court.
Well, he's not to be trusted then.
He may have said something. You may have noticed.
Well, I think so. Because he said, like, "You sure that's what you want to say to her?" And then when he got shot, he had no reaction.
You got in a panic.
But I had to act fast, and Charlie Savage is your best shot.
You made a decision for me, boss, not your partner.
You want me to crawl?
So she didn't know about it.
You're finished. You had Swain killed, not me.
Yes, but I had no other choice.
You just hanged yourself.
Nice horse, the white one. There you go. Another shot.
Ah, the
tumbleweed. And they're trying to escape.
Cool.
They're trying to escape from.
But they're literally trying to escape the tornado.
Yeah, I know. Oh shit. But yeah, what do you think maybe symbolizes?
Maybe about the two of them just bonding or...
The two of them alone. Nice.
My father was rounding up strays when Brocky was born. I was alone with my mother. I was 12. I delivered him. My mother died giving birth.
Well, talk about taking responsibility at a young age.
My father was no hand with a gun. He was shot trying to keep me from getting bit.
You step on the rattler?
Mm-hmm. My father built this shack with his... I spent money for the good of this territory, sent lobbyists to the Prescott Council, financed mining camps. This is the last stop, Griff. The frontier is finished. I need a strong man to carry out my orders.
And a weak man to take them.
You're not giving orders for her anymore. Nothing would give me greater pleasure than to watch Griff Bonnell blow your head off, but then she'd blame me for it.
I want to be the one to kill him. Nobody else is going to take him from you.
Look, this is Charlie Savage's playing, nobody else's. Don't you see, if we're mixed up in it, she's mixed up in it too. Over there.
Who's going to face Griff Bonnell?
Wiley, come on, get out of here.
With the coffins.
Wiley. You see, Griff will come in. He'll stop right here. He's cautious.
Yeah.
Griff will take that one step.
That's what I mean.
Or the slow walk.
That's when he'll be dead.
I've been looking all over for you. Charlie Savage is in town. He's over at the Undertaker's Alley waiting for a showdown.
Where's that?
Across from the gunsmith shop.
He's in the middle of all of the plots.
All of this, yeah.
Charlie Savage in there.
Yeah?
This is Griff Bonnell. I've got a warrant for you.
See, he needs him to walk out another inch, and then he'll have to. Well, shut him.
So you didn't need a third gun. He had you right in the sights. One shot. And you wanted me to be a farmer.
Relieved he wasn't killed, but I don't think he's happy with that, though. You know.
Now you've killed a man.
Now you've
What did
killed
he
him.
say?
No, he said, "What's wrong with it? Now you've killed a man."
Did you ever see a dead boy's eyes in the sky? Truest gun in the West.
Now Swain is dead. Savage is dead. Your agent on the Senate floor ran off. The governor turned his back on you. The captain is drowning. The dragoons are breaking up. And it's his fault. He's your enemy. He's out to crush you. That's what. Jessica, I'm a man. I have a man's feelings. Jessica. Jessica, don't do that to me. Please, Jessica, don't pay me off. Please. Jessica, please.
In general,
Oh,
yes.
look at how he dropped it. See that?
Yeah, he
That's
didn't care
nice.
about
I
the
like
money.
that. That's a nice little touch.
You know the real reason why he tried to kill you. He knows I'm in love with you. It's true, the Dragoons is crumbling, but I don't care anymore. I could save it, but I don't want to. I know how he feels.
I don't think he's interested in her, is he?
Oh no, I think he's interested. But
I never knew how to like anybody until I knew how to love.
that comes in.
Maybe she's trying to set
Playing
up
him?
now. Yeah. On age.
We better take a look.
No, but it could be her brother, like because he wants to hold
I
on to
wonder
the
is
empire.
someone dead? Is there a dead body? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, who's it? Who's dead?
The sheriff. I'd say.
Is it the sheriff?
That's what I'm thinking. Da-da-da-da-da.
Alright. She took off her overalls, look.
Gonna kiss the
Wore
bride,
an
Griff?
actual wedding gown. Would they? I mean, not that elaborate. Of course. That's horrible.
It is horrible. But Griff now, with Wes, his brother killed, even though he understands the dynamic, he's going to want to kill him now.
Didn't say that. She just didn't look particularly in pain.
I think she was kind of just reflecting and just kind of almost in another world. I like that she's there, but he's still checking.
You weren't fooling this cheap gun, this whole mess wouldn't have happened.
He's such a little shit, and like, just like, you know.
Yes, he's an idiot.
In view of your cooperation, they're going to drop the charges against you. You could still be boss, you know, if you wanted to. You know what this means? They'll take away your land, your cattle, your house.
Probably has some bags of money somewhere stored
Stashed,
away.
maybe, possibly.
And she wants to go away and start new.
With Griff.
Where you been all this time? Holding hands with Griff now? Got any money left to fight for me?
But there's nothing more I can do for you. You killed a United States Marshal. You've got to hang, Brocky.
I'll take my medicine.
Oh, Brocky!
He's going to take the gun out. Yeah.
Get rid of your gun with your hands high and your fingers spread.
What are you waiting for? Just shoot her.
I think she actually was shot.
Is she wearing like a bulletproof vest or something?
No, I think she just pretended to. Or did he actually shoot her?
If he did, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? He would not have expected that.
She'll live.
Oh, he did shoot her.
Oh.
Get a doctor, she'll live. So he literally did take one on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We knew he said
Miss Drummond, what are you doing out of bed? You know what Doc Hudson said.
Thank you very much, but I'll be all right. There's nothing I can do or say or pray for that will bring him back to you. It's very hard to forget the man you love. I know.
I actually liked her.
Who?
The wife, the widow.
I like both.
Musical cue again.
The whip.
Can you sing it? Go on.
Woman, desire. Name her high-riding woman with a whip.
Got no harm by that. He just likes that song.
You wouldn't take my advice, Marshal? I'm going to take it myself.
Oh, she knows the Marshal now.
Yeah.
You think it's me? I want her, I'll never have her because she won't have me. Chief, you gotta be big to forgive.
That's true.
When she rides and the wind is in her hair, has eyes full of light, full of fire. Someone strong, someone.
All right.
So you get your happy ever after you wanted that, didn't you?
That's a weird one.
40 guns.
She's a high-riding woman with a whip.
No, sing it. You sing it with gusto, you know. Like how would you sing it?
How would I sing
Yeah,
it?
how would
I
you
don't know the song. I literally just
Sing
heard
that line,
it 2 minutes
just
ago.
those lines.
What did I say? She's a high woman with a whip. I don't know. What was it? She's a woman and higher than all men desire. She's a high-riding woman with a whip.
Hey, here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So 40 guns.
Yeah. What did you think?
What did I think? Yeah, because I haven't. This is rare now.
Yeah.
I loved the whole dynamic between with Griff and Jessica, and the stuff with her brother and his brothers, and how that kind of created this kind of barrier. I liked that whole dynamic and how that kind of was planted in the narrative. I really liked that. I liked how that played off, but I do think at the end it would have been more impactful if he had left and they hadn't ended up together.
All right, okay.
I think that would have been a more impactful ending.
I
It's
think
a little
that
tragic,
I think that would have been the more tragic ending.
Yeah.
To be honest, there was one thing in the plot I did not get.
Which was?
Why did her brother kill his brother and not him?
Well, he did say, you're lucky you kissed the bride, because I think he was actually aiming for Griff. But when Griff because remember Wes said, "Aren't you going to kiss the bride?" When he leant over, he ended up getting Wes. So I don't think he was
he was in fact trying.
I
to
think he was aiming
Wes.
for Griff. He was aiming
for Griff. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only thing that I was like,
a little frustrated about. Yeah, and I also like the fact, because we were literally talking about at the beginning how there's not too many female protagonists, and I think Griff is the protagonist, but we saw Jessica was the head of this group. I thought
Jessica
she played a good leader.
No, I think
and she had
Jessica
a good
was
demeanor
also
about her,
the driver of the plot.
Yeah.
Because all of the motivation
that
came
through her, funneled through her. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
were
like
all
the
working under
of
her.
the brother and the one of the sheriff. But I was also thinking, like it was her brother, but she did not have him under control. Like he was
He was
you
like
know,
the spoiled brat, but you kind of like he had
little bit. Like
special
he
special
just,
treatment kind of. Because
yeah,
he's
no,
like,
he also wanted to he wanted to be something, you know, like, and she did not manage to kind of
but
yeah,
I guess like the backstory.
she probably couldn't have, but she probably couldn't
Like
have.
the mother
handled
died
him,
in childbirth. Her father died young, trying to break her. So he
and
she had a
also-
lot on her plate while probably trying to raise him as well.
Oh no, 100%. I'm not saying, like, I don't think she could have.
Yeah, no. And this
controlled
probably
him,
explains
like,
maybe a bit why he was as he was. You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think what it is, it's a bit like she kind of ended up in this kind of criminal place, more or less, you know, but nonetheless a place of power.
Yeah.
And he grew up in that environment, and then he got power hungry, as they do.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's it.
Guys, let us know in the comments your thoughts on 40 Guns. Because as I said, someone had recommended it a while ago. I'm not sure, is it kind of a cult classic in the Western genre? Really didn't know anything about it going into it. But yeah.
Maybe that was the first time that these rolling hay, what you call grass,
the tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed, yeah, the you know, but
Well,
maybe that was the first
There
time.
was plenty of westerns before this as well.
Yeah, but like maybe that's when that was actually introduced. You don't know. The tumbleweed.
But yeah, let us know in the comments, guys, your thoughts. That was Western number 46. So we're just 4 away from Western 100. But until
Did you say 46? 96?
Sorry, 96. Sorry, 96. Yes, 4 away from 100. Yeah, 46. 4 away from 100. That'd be a bit weird. Yeah, 4 away. So we will see you. Well, I will see you for Western 47. But until next time, slán fóill.